Hi, my name is Antoinette. I am 55 years old and I have moved from Illinois to Kentucky to turn this 12 by 40 shed into a home. So let's talk about it. All right, so I originally purchased this in June of 2024. You can kind of go back and look at some of my videos. And I've only been able to come here sporadically until I was able to figure out how to get here full time. And so as of 22 days ago, I have been here full time. So I am just going to kind of give you an overview of what's going on, what I need to get accomplished this year. And that way you can kind of see what the journey is and what's going on and what I'm doing. What is that? You guys see that? It looks like leaves entrapped with a spider web. You know, there's always something in the country. Okay. So like I said, this is a shed. It's a 12 by 40. And here's what we need to get taken care of this year. So if you can see, I'm trying not to get too close. If you can see that and that and that, we have carpenter bee damage. I've had an exterminator come out. He supposedly had treated it, but now not only did they come back, they laid a nest or something in there. So he's supposed to come back this week to get that taken care of. Once he does whatever it is he is going to do, my plan is to get some metal screen and put it all the way across. The wood that they are attacking is treated wood, and they're not supposed to be attracted to treated wood. This part, as you can see from like the slight mildew and stuff, that's not treated. They're not attacking that part. They're only attacking the part that's been treated. So I'm just going to cover that whole thing in metal screen to hopefully take care of that all the way around on that side. So that's the plan for the porch. I also need to put my skirting back up here. I had to take it down. I have new electricity and I got internet, and that is how I'm able to be here full time, because I have a remote work from home job that I needed internet for. So now I am able to do internet or work from home. So now I can put my skirting back up. So that's something that we have to do this year. I have a problem with moles or groundhogs. So putting the skirting back up. This is a pop-up gazebo that I would use when I went camping. Right now I am just using it for storage. You can kind of see in there. So what I need to do is get this area cleaned up so that I can either build or buy and put a big storage back here. So that is something that needs to get done this year. And the idea would be to have the storage from this window to that window. So it'll be that long and as wide as from like the back of the cabin to where it just starts to go up. So to about here. So it'll be a pretty substantial size. So that's something that I need to get done this year. I do have a water source. My cousin-in-law, I guess, it's my stepdad's nephew. He lives on top of the hill. So this is my backyard. This is what it looks like. Completely forested. And going up the hill is his home. He is not here all the time. So I am able to plug into his water during the season. It goes off. It's off from like mid to late October until about April or so. So I have access to water now, and then in the wintertime, I will have to bring in my water. Okay. So yeah, so cleaning all of this up, all these extra leaves and stuff, because I think bees or something may have made some hives or something in these leaves. So I need to get that all cleaned up and build my shed back here, or build a storage back here. This is a greenhouse that right now it's just storage that eventually will be moved once my storage is able to put here. So the storage needs to happen this year. Also this year, if you can see, I have a lot of new growth. So right here, and you can see it here, all of these little ones that are popping up, I want to get those cut down because I have enough trees. Let me kind of stand back. I have enough trees all around my house that I don't need any extra ones. So I have a small hand electric saw, and I want to, all of these new little baby pup trees, I want to get all of those cut down because I don't need them. Okay. See, that's a baby bee. I don't know, you guys can't see it, but it's like a little baby bee. So that's what I like I said, I think there's some sort of bee situation or something happening here as well. So I got to get that looked into. I'm looking at all this stuff like floating. You guys can't see it though because of the sun. Okay. So another reason why I want to keep this clear is because this area here will eventually be the garden. So all of this area here, some of this, even, you know, planting down on here, all of this area is going to be garden. Now, the property line is right here by this tree. I have someone right now that's cutting the grass for me, and they cut along where we tell them to. The people over there also have somebody cutting their grass. Nobody is cutting this middle. And this is what I'm concerned about, these that are growing up. So I don't know. I might just kind of cut those down myself if nobody else is doing it, because, you know, I don't need that getting any taller than it is. You know what I mean? I need to get this tree trimmed. That's not going to happen this year, but I want to get this tree trimmed. Okay. So anyway, back to stuff that's going to happen this year. So like I said, the skirting, putting up a storage back here, cutting this down back here. So that all needs to happen this year. And then when I get all of these leaves cleaned up, get all of this stuff cleaned up, I'm going to have someone haul in some more rock to put rock all the way around. And now that I'm going to be able to be here full time, I am able to keep up and stay on top of this stuff. Like right here, this was a mess because of the construction of the pole and everything. So I'm gonna get somebody to clean that up for me. But now that I'm able to be here full time, I'll be able to keep up with like the leaves and stuff like that myself. But for now, because it's just a lot, I need to hire a local young guy to come and help me with it. These were my rain barrels that I was attempting, kind of a DIY situation, but I need to just go ahead and pour this out. There's a hole in it. The birds are drinking out of it. It's kind of gotten mildew, but I mean, if you can see the line right here, it does collect water even without a gutter. So rain catchment is the plan. This is my septic system. We're going to go in the house in a second so you can see that. But this is my septic system. That's my little fire pit. This is a fence that I kind of put up so nobody would see that. I need to extend the fence to I need to put like another panel right here, just so that when I come out here to empty my toilet, nobody can really see me handling my business. And so I think I don't need to do this year, but I do want to add a fence here. And probably, you know, through here. So So outside, the bees, we need to handle putting some metal screen up on that part. We need to handle that. The storage, cutting that down. That's what we need to handle outside. Let's go inside. I am looking for wasps, if you're wondering what I'm doing, because I've been seeing them. I just want to make sure I don't see anything under the house. Okay, let's go inside. These, my parents got, because they live up on the hill as well. My parents got new stairs, so I got their old stairs. So somebody, when I wasn't here yet, they just kind of installed them here for me using the materials I had, and just, I'm like, hey, it works, because before I had no stairs. So at some point I will refinish it, repaint it, and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I have steps, so yay. Okay, let's go inside. Make sure that's closed so that nothing can get inside. Okay. All right. Inside. So, all of my windows are closed because it's been hot. So I've been trying to keep all of my windows closed so I wouldn't get sun in here. So, on the inside, for those people that are new, this is the bedroom area. So like I said, it's 12 by 40, which is 480 square feet. So technically, because this is under 500 square feet, this is considered a tiny home. So that is the bed area. Hold on, I'm changing my shoes. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. All right, so this is the bed area. You see my two closets here. Right now, everything is just kind of situated roughly. It's going to stay this way. I needed to get the place just livable for now. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make it pretty and do all that stuff later. But so this is the bedroom area. Inside, we need to add real insulation. This is just some Reflectix that I put up. You can see how thin it is. A lot of times people use Reflectix when they are Carlifing, which I've done Carlife. I was doing Carlifing before I was able to get here full time. So yeah, so inside I need to get some insulation up, and I want to ask if a carpenter person or a woodworking person or just someone that's knowledgeable about this kind of stuff, let me show you what's been happening to my wood, and let me know if you have any thoughts. Look at this. I didn't know that when I bought this place that it was untreated wood. This is the first time I'm doing all of this. I know nothing about nothing. So for a couple of years, this place has gone through, and it's in Kentucky, so it's gone through cold and it's gone through heat. I am seeing evidence of mold in some places, but I'm really concerned with like what's happening with this wood. Does anybody have any idea of what, you know, could be causing stuff like that? Let me see. Some other areas that are extremely noticeable. Let me see. Oh yeah, here's another one. Hold on. Let me get some light so that you guys can see. Give me 1 second. I don't know how to edit, so that's why I'm not pausing. So just bear with me, you guys. I do have electricity, but I am still using my power sources as well, because I only have one outlet, and who's trying to have a super expensive electricity bill, you know? Okay. So, can you see that? Like, what do you think could be causing that? And I know it didn't look like this when I moved, when they delivered it back in June of 2024, but like I said, I haven't been able to be here full time. So over time, this is the kind of stuff that I'm seeing, and I'm just like, what the heck? Is it just because it's had like heat exposure and cold exposure? I don't know. So if you have any thoughts, let me know, please and thank you. Okay, so that's the bedroom area. Right next to the bedroom area, this is where I work. So this is the work area. I do have a very small like dorm fridge right there. This is kind of eating, prep, kitchen area, storage stuff. This is right now where I'm cooking. I have my Coleman, because I used to camp all the time too. So I have my Coleman, one burner right there, so that's how I cook. Here is another of my power stations, powering the fan. Like I said, I do still use that. This is how I am storing my food. This is how I do my laundry, and I use my power stations to run that as well. This is right now like tools and all that kind of stuff. This I'm super proud of. So this is a shower that I made out of PVC pipe. I just put it together like a box. That's just a large tote that I stand in, and that's one of those battery operated showers. Battery operated shower. I fill this with water, and bada bang bada boom, I can take a shower. So that's been lovely. That's how I wash my hands, brush my teeth, etc. This is the toilet that I use, and like I said, the bottom part detaches, and then I empty it out there where I showed you that septic. This is where I wash dishes, but really I just use this spray bottle that has water and vinegar, and I do also have some of this spray liquid wash as well. So yeah, so that is, so on the inside, the only thing that I'm really concerned about this year for the inside is putting up my insulation. I have these indoor outdoor carpets down on the floor, and that is fine for me for floor stuff. Hopefully you can see me. But yeah, so this is the house. This is the update. I had said that I was going to post every Sunday, but apparently Sundays are proving to be days that I forget. So this is Monday. My third week in a row giving you guys an update. So I'm going to try to continue to stay on top of this. Hopefully you can see me. I'm just using my phone, and I'm not great at camera stuff. I'm not a content creator. I am just a regular 55-year-old woman. I'm not making excuses for not doing editing or anything, but I have two choices. I can procrastinate trying to learn how to do editing software and then never upload a video, or I can upload videos the best way I can so that someone else can get inspiration from my journey, can learn from my journey. You guys can give me tips and suggestions and advice. I think it's more important for me to get the message out there that, you know, you can reinvent yourself. You can change your life. You know, we make up the rules. Ladies in your 50s, I'm talking to you. We make the rules. We lived the first half of our lives doing everything that we were supposed to do. I was married. We bought a house. We weren't able to have children, but, you know, we got a dog and all of the things. And then life happens, and you have to take a detour. I lost my husband, and then you have your job that I was on for about 10 years, and it's like, is this it? Surely there's more to life. And so I had to find what works for me, and right now this is what's working for me. So if you want to change your life, I hope that you see me trying to do this and you say, well, if she can do it, I can do it too, because you can. So that's it. That's my video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, by all means, put them down there. I love answering questions. And if you have any suggestions for me, I am all ears. But yeah, join me on my journey, as they say, and I'll see you next week. Bye.